If you're just starting out homesteading and you're stuck between buying a tractor or a side-by-side, I'm going to say something that's going to annoy the tractor crowd. If I could rewind the clock, I would have bought my side-by-side before I bought my tractor. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my tractor. It's a beast. I use it for big projects. But when you're just starting out, you're going to use your side-by-side every single day. Now, when I first started out, I bought a Kubota L3301. And in my head, that meant I had just become a homesteader. It's like I unlocked some kind of achievement. But after the honeymoon phase, I realized something. A tractor, it's like a Swiss Army knife. But a side-by-side, it's a tool you can actually keep in your pocket. And homesteading early on is not usually involve a bunch of big tractor projects. It usually involves going somewhere, doing something, feeding something, hauling some feed, going to check animals, checking the fence line, and you do it over and over and over again forever. Here's the biggest difference: frequency of use. Your side-by-side's a daily driver. It's your farm truck. You hop in and you go. There's no warm-up. There's no hooking up implements. There's no where'd I park the forks at. There's no let me back up to this thing 17 times. My tractor, it's incredible, but it's mostly for big projects. You use your tractor when you're doing something big, like mowing, grading, moving dirt, lifting hay bales, something like that. And if you're new to homesteading and you're juggling kids and work and every other life event, you're not always doing a big tractor project. Second point, speed and momentum. This is underrated. A side-by-side really helps you finish your chores because it keeps you moving. I need to check the back fence. I'm not firing up the Kubota. If I need to grab mineral, same thing. If I need to haul a couple of posts in a tool bag, same thing. Get in the side-by-side. Side-by-side turns the I'll do it later chores into I'll go ahead and knock it out. And on a homestead, later is how problems turn into disasters. Third point, moving stuff. When you're starting out, you're always hauling. Feed, tools, water, fencing, trash, firewood, coolers, kids. Yeah, you kids. A side-by-side with a dump bed and a trailer is basically a cheat code on a homestead. With a tractor, sure, you can move stuff, but the tractor's built for more lifting stuff instead of moving stuff. With side-by-side, you're moving it. Fourth point, a tractor comes with something what I like to call an accessory tack. You buy the tractor, then you got to get all the implements. So sure, you may be able to afford the tractor, but can you afford all them implements you want to get the full use out of the tractor? Brush hog, box blade, forks, grapple, maybe an auger, your bucket, and then suddenly your tractor budget's getting body slammed. But a side-by-side, it's useful on day one. And over time, you can add you a sprayer, a winch, some racks, a small trailer, and you're rolling. Point number 5, your learning curve and safety. You're just starting out with homesteading. You ain't never been on a tractor. There's a lot of different things you got to look out for, like bush hogging your pond down. You flip that sucker over, now you're calling insurance. And you got to be careful of that thing with the loader in there or your PTO running. You don't want your kids running up behind it and getting their fingers chopped off because they don't know what the PTO is. Tractors are not forgiving, so you got to know what you're doing. Don't get me wrong, side-by-side can be dangerous too. But starting out day one, it's a lot easier to get into the roll of things, and you're not probably flipping the thing over on the pond dam. Now look, I ain't saying never buy a tractor, okay? Tractors have their specific times that you need to use them. Reasons you should buy a tractor before you buy a side-by-side could be things like, if you're gonna bush hog a lot, like real acreage, like 10 plus acres, probably need a tractor. If you need to lift heavy stuff a lot, like round bales, logs, you name it, stone, probably need a tractor. If you're doing driveway work or dirt work every week, you probably need a tractor. If your land's basically just begging for earthwork, probably gonna need a tractor. Tractor wins in those categories, no question. But if your day-to-day work really just looks like moving stuff, hauling feed, checking fence, carrying the kids to the creek, side-by-side wins every time. So here's the simplest way to decide. Ask yourself, what will I do every week? If your answer is mostly hauling, checking, towing, and daily chores, buy the side-by-side first. If your answer is more mowing, lifting, dirt work, you might need a tractor. And if you can swing both of them eventually, that's the perfect combo. But if you're just starting out, you can only buy one machine. Buy the one that's going to help you show up every day. Because a tractor feels like progress, but a side-by-side creates progress. Thanks for watching this video, and if you completely disagree with me, we'll duke it out in the comments. Don't matter to me. Have a good day.